weeklies continue. After our debut last week, which was a barn burner, let's see if we get another barn burner. The Season 4 has been spicy, to say the least. Should be interesting. And we got some high-quality competitors for you today. I am Larock. I will be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by the King of Yami Makai. How you doing, Chief?
Good morning, everyone.
Woohoo! As alluded to today on our restream, we have the LittleKing and Mumbo Token, two very good players. They've been grinding it out in the week. Season 4 has been out about a week, and they are just going at it.
Yeah. Oh, and then look at those items. We gave them a baby seed, too.
We kind of maybe gave him a baby seed. A slam? I'd love to see a slam.
DK?
DK? Oh,
just having DK is already baby seed.
Unbelievable.
We don't have to watch someone suffer to get into level 6.
No kidding.
That would have been funny, though.
That's always an exciting time. Well, you need key 5, too. There's a little bit of a ways to go for that. Our key 2 and 6 start has been all sorts of... a little bit different. And we're all ready to go. So, all the flaming of me in the race time for saying the restream is slow, we're ready to go. Wow, I did. Okay,
Mr. Tudos is racing today, eh?
I didn't realize I was catching strays. Holy smokes, what the heck? That's understandable when Mike Champ's on the sticks. That son of a gun.
That is a big lobby. Oh my goodness.
Season 4 has been... It brings out the people. For better or worse. We got 38 entrants today, which is crazy. As long as there's no more last second entries.
Do we have the statistic on hand? What was the biggest race out of Season 3?
It was somewhere in the tourney. I think it was like 50 people. It was massive.
Like 50. Wow.
I think we crested 50 once or twice. 55. Thank you, Sarah. Holy smokes.
That is a lot of people.
That is a ton of people. Oh my god.
I don't know if I was a part of that one too, because I can't remember which quals I did. I was only able to just get in the ones I needed.
That was sneaking in your quals is always an adventure. The one I knew I needed to make a specific qual that was like super early in the morning. I was like, okay, I need to make sure I like wake up for this, and I forgot to set an alarm. And so I roll out of bed, look at my clock, and I'm like, I need to be in this lobby like 5 minutes ago. And I sprint out of bed, turn on my computer, hop in the lobby, and I'm ready to roll within 5 minutes. It was just like I woke up at like 55, and the start time was at the top of the hour, and I was like, oh no, it's time to go. I think that was one of my better finishes too. Sometimes it just works out. All right, looks like the team is ready. Off we go. It was even funny too, because we weren't sure how, it was a super early one. We weren't sure how we were gonna get turnout for a restream. So I was like, yeah, I'll be there. You can rely on me if you need somebody for a restream. And then I wasn't there until like 2 minutes before, so it's even worse.
My timers are slightly off. I'm just gonna quickly refresh Mumbo's stream.
It all works out in the end. The latency isn't so big a deal, and off they go. Give it a quick 1-2. See how we're doing. I think good enough. So our opener looking like check the small aisle with the camera.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of the standard because you got camera, so just this one check, then start into your levels.
If you can find a GB, pretty good odds you're going to need it for your first B-Locker. And a rainbow coin in the prison is awesome. You'll love to see that.
Alright, we got Castle. Oh, boy, that was fast.
That was R&D. I think I saw a key 8 in a tiny phase. I think Mumbo had a look at that too.
What I saw. That's what I thought I saw too.
Find the copper.
Oh, there's a key.
Oh, well, okay.
Key 5 too.
So this makes it weird because now key 5 could now be that level 6 is actually your first level. We may have spoken too soon. And there's your key 5 hint. All right, you had to get one, so it's not exactly a wasted hint, but it's like, okay, sure, fine.
Keeping you honest.
Yeah, exactly.
There we got here level 7 lobbies.
We can look at level 6. We can look at level 7. Level 7 Forest. And there you go. Forest might be our first level.
Gallion Cannon Game.
Ooh, Cannon Game. All right.
That's a pretty average kind of entrance. Nothing too terrible.
Not too bad.
I've gotten some stinkers of entry, like where the entrance portal is. That one's not too bad.
Forest is definitely a wide variety. There's so much open space in Forest that you can be all over the place. I think there's a top
My seed last night had a factory and DK number game room. It was awful.
Cool. There's a lot of running around there. I think it's like the top of the mushroom one.
Oh boy, 148 chunky.
Holy smokes. Alright, I caught a shot of that one. Bang. What was key 1? Key 4, key 8, chunky K roll, tiny K roll, donkey K roll. That's all our K roll phases. And storage,
that was
so
quick.
it's looking like something very early is important in factory. And we know what factory is, so
Yeah, and it only takes, what was it, 2 GBs to get in, I believe?
I think it was cheap like that, yeah. I don't remember exactly
Yeah,
what it
so
was,
it's definitely somewhere you want to be going pretty quickly. I mean, you always want to go to factory quickly because it gives you all your coins.
right, but this is like something on the path to a ton of things is usually very early in the chain. Paths don't cross. They only diverge. So like you need the thing that's on the path to everything all at once early.
Yeah, exactly. So if you get to storage right now, we can't do much there other than the freestanding from the chunky and the splat.
Yeah. That's a fair case to not go there right now. Alright, well, maybe 4 shops are our answer. That's a monster hint. 4 shops, key 1, key 4, key 7. That's a new one. Chunky K roll, tiny K roll, donkey K roll. It could be like, well, no, it's not blast, because... Or maybe it's that grape. That's a pretty good pull. So it's looking like maybe grape gets you key 7 for sure, it looks like. And then it gets you something in storage, which I have no idea what that could be. It's possible you need to take grape to like the owl tree area, somewhere you can actually use grape and then work from there.
Yeah, you hate to see grape. Grape is connected to so many of Lanky's checks. It's kind of his biggest move.
Oh, it could also be something weird like grape for like a lanky metal early.
Yeah, and most of his medals seem to be grape locked this season with 50.
Forest is just grape required, and there's a lot of grape stuff, so we're gonna probably be seeing like a mushroom climb maybe. Yeah, you might be climbing the mushroom anyway.
If you found Aztec early, surprisingly, like every lanky banana in that level needs grape.
Fortunately, it's kind of looking like it's a very early grape check, given that it locks so many keys, so I don't think we need to think too far ahead. We've got factory...
It could just be Creme Isle.
Yeah, we got Factory, Forest, and... I don't remember what the castle number was. Oh, we'll see. And yeah, it could just easily be Creme Isle. I think you can't really hedge against the metal here, because that's a pretty good possibility. If this Kasplat doesn't turn up anything, the metal is my #1 suspect. Well, there you go. Let's have a look here. What can we do with grape?
Main caves 3-4, tiny and Kongs.
Oh, alright. First key 3 hint. And our first Kongs hint. We actually... That's our... Wow. I guess that grape doesn't lead us to Kongs then. Interesting.
Yeah, that's... Huh.
It just gets you everything else instead. How about that? That's a fair trade, I'd say. Worth noting, we also have Trombone. Grape plus Trombone might combine in some way, somewhere. Maybe not that many places. Now that I think about it, like Painting Room's the only one I can think of, but... Actually, no, wait, no, that doesn't work. It's Grape or Trombone. Do you ever need both?
Do what, sorry?
Grape and Trombone. Do you ever need both? Like it's notable that
yes. His Mausoleum uses both.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oranges.
And we have a tiny phase?
That's oranges on Forest Lanky Metal, which could easily be locked by that grape. So that's just confusing. Alright. We have a cave.
So just throw feather in the bin.
Throw a feather in the bin, sure, but we gotta figure out what to do with these oranges, because it's kind of looking like these oranges are hinted. For something in storage? Question mark?
Oh, so LittleKing's got something on the battle pad there.
Oh wait, is this a second potion on Cranky? I missed that. So it could be Grape or Balloon.
Grape or Balloon?
Oh dear. Oh, because Mumbo got the rainbow coin out of the sprint cage, he had the chance to buy both potions on Cranky there. Whereas LittleKing had to concede, or maybe the coin routing was a little bit different. I wasn't paying that much attention. Whoops.
LittleKing just got homing ammo. Did we see what was in Lanky's? No, we can't because we don't have the second slam.
I love this move from Mumbo. It's possible that it is Baboon Balloon to the top of Creme Isle to scoop up something on the ferry right now. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he checked it and it was not Balloon.
It was a good check though. That's a
great hedge. Mushroom exterior for triangle. I guess Mumbo didn't climb the mushroom. I guess he just hates climbing the mushroom. That's fair. It also could be that the TNS is up there, and so there's no hint. I think we got everything else out of forest. DK bought the grape from Funky? Oh, okay, there was different shops then, so that's what. Okay. Okay, maybe it's just because forest is night, it makes it harder to tell where they are. Maybe I just get lost. A free Diddy item is pretty easy. We just need to get the japes, wherever that is. Level 6 was Gallion, level 3 is... here we go.
That was R&D 8 tiny. We did catch that one.
We got that confirmed, we're good. So we bought both Grape and Balloon. What do you do with... Because it could be either of them now for this forest shop hint. And Balloon doesn't make sense for storage, it would make sense for testing. You know what? Maybe you just go to storage and go find out. Maybe it's just lying around and you have to combine storage. Maybe it's like...
Yeah, it could be something combined with Grape.
Yeah, it could be like...
Check of Legends?
Or combined with Balloon. Oh, Check of Legends early doesn't...
Call him the shot.
I'm not getting that vibe yet. We need more hints. Ooh, I missed that Helm.
I didn't see who Helm was.
R&D potion?
Ooh.
Uh-oh. That could be hinted. Our red slam. Fortunately, starting with blue slam makes it easy. DK tiny help. Thank you.
You know, I was saying that we have homing ammo, we have Grape, and we just found the slam to be able to hit the switch.
Well, the weird thing about the slam is that it's... Oh, well, maybe it is just simply lying down. Okay, twirl and storage. This seed is... What is going on?
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Tiny's held by Kasplat and Caves, so that's pretty pretty... Oh my god. Let's just make things more confusing. Let's throw a Sax in the mix. Do we need to get into the Beanstalk? Or do we need to get in the Anthill?
Oh, okay. I think I just got the answer.
No, that's the triangle way, the horde that LittleKing found. Mumbo skipped by not climbing the mushroom. Game.
What? No, it was the battle pad. The battle pad was homing ammo.
Battle pad was homing ammo? I thought that was the triangle.
Yeah. No, triangle was on the Night Dorcas Splat.
Okay, I was totally wrong. Oh, you're right. That was the... Okay,
yeah, so I'm thinking Lakey Attic is all but confirmed at this point.
Confirmed for what, though? The problem, if that slam is...
Something for 8 tiny.
Or it's not the slam that's hinted at R&D and we need something else. Oh, my goodness, look at that owl tree.
That could be dirty.
Big owl tree hint here, too. Key 4, a chunky K-roll, tiny K-roll. We have a monster seed here with these hints. I mean... I don't know what to say, folks. There's just so many things hinted here.
Got the F's in chat.
Sax plus Owl Tree makes me think Anthill. I think that makes a ton of sense. You could put like a Feather there, you could put like a Punch there, you could put a Monkey there. You could Gorilla Gun if you're feeling frisky.
What I find interesting is that LittleKing is doing piano game before he sees what that Kasplat has.
I mean,
that's a choice.
It could be a second thing in R&D, right? If
it definitely could,
if we had like Mini Monkey or something somewhere in R&D, that would make a lot of sense. So I'm really scared of that slam. With homing him away the horde, Lanky Attic is like locked in my mind. Like, we have to go check that at some point. Doing the piano and counting at the same time. This is rare form, folks.
They gotta simmer down. We got letters and numbers at the same time. I don't know if I can handle that.
Back in grade school.
Gallion Caverns 8.
Okay, apparently the seed is incapable of giving us path hints that only hint at one thing. Except our key 3 or key 5 hint that we got immediately. So this one's even more confusing. Key 3, key 8, chunky K roll, donkey K roll. That's a combo that we've not seen yet, which is crazy.
Yeah, these are a lot of weird and different combinations.
Yeah, so that means that's a different bespoke item in the Gallion Caverns. How expensive was Gallion? Oh my god.
It was like 3, wasn't it? Weren't they able to go in Gallion?
At this point, I hope so. I mean, let's just make it even more confusing. Why not? The variable level entry makes the routing so weird. They're looking at different things at different times. No two players route the same way when you enter the level in a random spot, which is kind of weird. Especially a level as vertical as factory. There's all sorts of crazy stuff. Okay. Well, if we have a tiny Helm confirmed, then I think we can I would tentatively put Sacks as more likely as our storage item than Twirl, because we know we need Sacks for key 8. So that's just one little thing we can kind of like, okay, we know that.
Did we have Tiny for Helm? I thought it was DK Lanky.
We have a Donkey Tiny Helm.
Oh, Donkey Tiny, okay. I meant. Goodness gracious. Alright, Mumbo's smelled out Lanky Attic, so he's headed straight there. Where's Candy? Candy's in caves somewhere. Could be our main caves hint. I didn't see a key on that Candy, but Candy like sells key 3, that would fit pretty well. Yeah, I've been finding that the shopkeepers are definitely tend to be path to a lot of things.
They're certainly stronger than the average item, that's for sure. And there's a lot of checks on him, too. A lot of potential checks, even. Candy has, like, 15 checks, potentially. Could be more. Kind of depends how you count shared shops, but... Mumbo homes in on Thornvine Barn. Oh, he hasn't gone... He doesn't have the homing ammo that got hinted away at the Horde, so he's gonna have to go climb the mushroom, grab the homing ammo, and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't do this.
So he's just kind of going for Slam 2 checks right now.
I don't hate that either.
Or Omega Slam.
If you could find like a mini monkey or a monkey port, you could pretty well lock in its red slam for that R&D hint, which is pretty useful to know right now. But I have a sneaking suspicion it is not the slam that's hinted in R&D. It just doesn't add up quite right. Oh, they couldn't have done Lanky Attic on the first trip, because they didn't have the slam yet. That kind of
No, Mumbo could be skipping this homing ammo right now and do it right now, but...
He'll be back. He'll be back.
As soon as he gets that homing ammo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are there any other ugly worlds, like a Key 4 and a Check of Legends or something? Not a possibility? That'd be fun. Fun for...
hilarious.
Fun for somebody.
For me and you, that's not playing.
They've fallen for the ruse again. Oh yeah, fresh with 4.0, we got that big old noggin setting. DK's brain blasting right now. Our runners are brain blasting right now as they try and parse these monster hints that don't intersect in any... that like barely intersect.
It's an interesting one.
Look at that wall
It's a lot of like weird combinations.
It really is, and not even like narrowing combinations, like not like subsets of other combinations. Like that Gallion Caverns hint blows my mind because it's like a completely unique combination we've seen so far. Like nothing leads to that we found so far. It has to just be an item that floats around there that you then take somewhere else entirely.
Yeah, how do we have a 3-8 chunky DK, but also a 3-4 tiny Kongs hint? Like,
and a 4-8 chunky tiny hint. Like, Boom! The seed is
These are some
nuclear.
weird hints.
A little bit of retreading here. You're climbing the mushroom. There's no escaping that. Although I suppose you could escape it if you just kind of guessed that it was.
Mumbo tried to escape it. He tried to leave and not do it, and the game said, "Nope, go back up there and get that battle pad."
Technically, you can really get away without homing ammo a lot of the time, but you unfortunately cannot see the future, so you're climbing the mushroom to get homing ammo. And maybe you
he's gonna be real sad when he sees the homing ammo.
Yeah, but he's also gonna get triangle for his trouble too if he checks like a splat, which he should. Shoot, he might even like open the inside of the mushroom and go in there. Shout out to this lime green counting board. There's 2 shades of green. Well, one's like lime green, one's like puke green, but that's alright. Oh, he can't count. That's unfortunate.
That very hard to look at.
Yeah, that may have contributed to him slamming 15 instead of 14. That's brutal. Mumbo getting the I'm not even gonna call it the good word, just the word that it's homing ammo of all
See,
things.
if I was Mumbo, the moment I see that, I'm thinking, oh, diving or Shockwave.
Give me the goods, yes sir.
Especially Shockwave. I'm just thinking, oh, it's Shockwave.
I'm not sure on
And then you
Shockwave
get
because
homing.
I don't think we've seen anything off a good Dark Patch yet.
I just always assume it just unlocks so many things, and then he gets homing.
Homing ammo for your troubles. Enjoy. I can't believe I didn't even. That's one of those, like, you hate to see it, but it's hinted, so that's actually great info. It's so good info that LittleKing is running straight there right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone looked at the Mills dirt. I don't know if we got a good look at that. Might be like trying to peek it from here with the camera angle, but no dice.
Interesting thing to note is that Mumbo got the oranges off of Lanky's medal, and LittleKing has not done such.
Key 7?
Could amount to something with a tiny,
I was thinking
with a tiny K rule.
I was thinking, oh yeah, that could matter actually. Although it's kind of starting to look like feathers, like on the path to a bunch of stuff. What is this?
Diving?
Diving?
Diving!
Diving! Yay!
We see a white vial. Diving, please, please.
Yes, please. You'll love to see diving. Now, okay, so diving is weird because you need diving to get to level 4, but it's not on the path to anything in the level 4. So it's possible that slam is path to key 8 and tiny K rule because diving is path to key 8 and tiny K rule.
Yeah, and that would make sense because diving actually doesn't unlock a super large amount of checks other than Gallion.
Gallion gives you a ton, but homing ammo gives you like none.
Yeah.
And slam, honestly, at this point, we've seen most of the slam checks. A lot of the slam checks are peekable. Nobody looked at Checo Legends, the cowards, but let's have a look at level 4. Maybe we find like Japes. There's a free way to the horde if we can get into Japes. Oh, caves instead. Okay. Alright, there's LittleKing's orange throwing. Okay, that was a Gallion something hint that I didn't see.
Gallion tiny 5-door.
5-door, okay. That lends credence to the Sax theory.
Yeah, as well as... Okay, let's... If Slam is the 8 and tiny, does that work with the Sax being the storage and we're storage?
Kind of depends on what's
8
in there.
and tiny are within it.
It really does depend on what's in there, I suppose. I feel like we're not going to have any good answers on this until we get Mini Monkey and Feathered. It's possible we just never see Feather because they don't go looking for it.
There she is.
Alright, nice and easy. There's a seed throws a bone here. We got Tiny Unica Splat in caves. It's right there. No muss, no fuss. Let's go have a look at these cabins hints that are a little finicky. Wow, this is like hates Mumbo.
I've been skipping this hint a lot because I hate that jump.
Well, okay, he's got Balloon, but he just didn't use it anyway, so make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Bag
He's
flipping,
just showing off.
Yeah, bag flipping is just faster than doing anything, I guess. Why not? Oh, well, okay, that's pretty good info. Caves CBs to key 7. Combined with Grape,
That makes sense.
it's just... There you go. Okay, I forgot that the shop hint... Okay, Sprint Cabin is hinted away the horde, and it's Candy. Holy smokes. What a 1-2 punch.
Sprint Cabin was way of the horde. Where was that hint?
LittleKing just got it in Forest.
Oh.
As he was leaving.
Must be this one.
Isles Cranky Lanky. We haven't even been to the training grounds yet, so we haven't even seen that there's a potion there that they could have had this whole time. Training grounds checkers up tremendous.
Training Grounds is such a tough one that You can go there early and there'd be nothing, and you're like, well, I just wasted a good amount of time.
Without Shockwave, it's a lot worse, yeah.
Or you put it off, and it just destroys you.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to forget about. Fortunately, we just got directions, so Mumbo will probably be running there whenever he finishes his cave trip. No need to run there right now, but definitely gonna have a look at that in a minute.
Something I've noticed with Season 4 so far for my personal seeds is I have been having to turn in blueprints constantly to get into levels. Interesting. I don't know if there's any correlation or it's just... for whatever reason, I'm just getting those seeds, but...
CLO does tend to have higher blockers in general, but it's so random because... It might have like a higher like mid-level of blocker. Okay, well, we're gonna actually see what this Way of the Horde is. And key 7 on Lanky's medal, so no problems. That still doesn't tell you whether or not it's grape or balloon because both of them could be necessary for that medal. In some fashion.
What is happening, Mumbo?
Trying something. Yeah, so
oh, what did he just get?
It was punch, so nice and straightforward.
Punch, okay.
Punch on Isles Cranky, so not anything useful right now. That's why you don't immediately bail and go get it while you're in the middle of a caves trip. Right, Mumbo's he's wilding out in this rock structure. Take it easy, It's all right. We're good.
Oh, Mumbo made the mistake. Mumbo, you got to back up a step.
Do you like miss the switch?
No, so that switch specifically, if you tag away from Lanky when you hit it, the gate won't open. You have to walk away and come back.
That's that's bizarre, but that's DK64 for you.
Yeah.
Some combination of that is because we remove a bunch of cutscenes and that can cause a bit of weirdness. Some of it is tag anywhere does weird things because the game doesn't always expect you to be able to tag in random locations like that.
It's one of those things that's interesting too because it's the reverse of the Beatles switch there, where you need to tag immediately to keep it open.
That is weird. That is tremendously weird. All right, we got a potion on the tomato, so let's see what he turns up. Main cave hinted to key 3, key 4, tiny K roll Kongs. This is a pretty strong contender for something that's like pretty good.
Yeah.
Because Candy was in the cabins. Coconut.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. You love to see that, so I'm gonna tentatively pencil in Coconut on the path for a bunch of stuff because honestly, Coconut is the kind of thing that could be on the path to even more.
Yeah. Yeah, you get Coconut and you just assume, well, that's path to everything.
Okay, we are definitely in red alert territory for Check of Legends though, because now we have all sorts of guns hinted for key 4. Like. We've got Coconut hinted, we've got maybe Grape hinted. Key 4 is looking weird.
LittleKing doing.
Okay, wait. Okay. Hear me out. I've got your key 4. Give me Gold Tower. Balloon, Coconut, maybe Diving sneaks its way in there somehow. I don't know how you get Twirl and Sacks in there, but...
Would Gold Tower involve Coconut?
You have to open the lighthouse.
No, because we start with high water now.
We have to open the lighthouse. Oh, you're right. Ah, shoot.
Yeah, that's an old one, but
that's a cheeky one. Yeah.
With high tide start now, Coconut isn't a part of that anymore.
I was crossing the seasons. I was crossing season 2 and season 3 and taking the worst of both. All right, first foolish hint. Mercifully.
What was that? I missed it.
Was castle shops are foolish.
Castle shops.
Not a great place to get hinted foolish, but not terrible.
It's honestly one that's just kind of depressing when you get it hinted foolish. I don't want shops to be foolish.
Well, yes and no. I mean, in EGBs, you run into the shops no matter what, pretty much. You just have no illusions that Funky will save you when you last location him. Funky's kind of
boss door.
Pretty reasonable. All right, how tempted are you with bosses with Twirl potentially hinted? Are you enticed at all? What if our answer is on Mad Jack? That'd be horrible. Okay, so Japes has a Way of the Horde we can get right now, but it's in one of the levels we can't access. So you need key 1 or key 4 I get it. How do we make
So-
that work?
Key 1, our answers are either twirl or sax, or grape or balloon. I'm
One of Twirl Sacks
pretty heavy.
and one of Great Balloon. That is kind of crazy.
So how do any of those combine?
Diving? Maybe that's in Tiny's 5-door ship. So that would be...
Yeah, I'd be going to Gallion here. If you can get into Gallion, I think Gallion's where you got to go and see what's in that 5-door ship.
Kind of has to be, yeah. If you can do it, running towards Way of the Hordes you can do is very frequently a very strong move. With some reservation. You got to keep your GB count rolling, because if you run out of GBs, then if you lose momentum on GBs, it can lead to like backtracking into levels you've already like half cleared, and it's like super awkward.
And having a bad time doing that.
Yeah, it just slows you down a lot more than you think it does. But
Yeah. You tunnel vision a little too much, and then you miss quick checks to get free GBs. And
this is a notable door because it skips the vines requirement for this Splat up here. All right, and that's completely meaningless. Excellent.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, there you go. Never mind.
Caves, Helms, 8 chunky.
Oh. I don't think we've seen anything in there. That could be... It could be Gorilla Gone, that could be Hunky, it could be either. Interesting, that has to be one of the two, though.
Chunky's found by Tiny and Japes. I missed that one.
Yeah, no, it's
That Mumbo went through.
possible. That could be the free Diddy item, too. That could be just Chunky just sitting around in Japes. Could be flagged as a Tiny check. That's a possibility.
Big thing I would want to see, because I don't remember if any of them looked at it, is that DK Lava in the Caves lobby. Because with Punch and Twirl, you actually can just skip the DK getting Strong Kong requirement there.
Great call. I actually know where Tiny is. Tiny is on the hillside check because that's Coconut locked, and Coconut is on the path to Kongs. I would bet.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
I bet a lot that's where Tiny is right now. Or that's where Chunky is. Small
So,
problem.
yeah, they got to figure a way into Japes, yesterday.
That's the big problem, yeah. small big problem. What do? We're getting a fair bit of info out of Gallion, though. With Diving and Coconut, we can get all these hints. And there's going to be a whole lot of info to be had, and this is the kind of seed that... Yeah, you really need that info, huh?
This is a seed where you play for hints, because this is a mess.
You think...
A lot of complicated hints.
We haven't even got anything interesting out of the caverns. We're going to have to... Well, okay, we do have the cannon game...
How about have a melon?
We do have the cannon game hinted, and that could be our caverns item. We also have Punch, but we don't have Chunky. We checked the Kasplat. So yeah, we basically need Chunky at this point to do anything more in the caverns.
Aztec Tunnel's foolish. Thanks.
Because it could be the arena as well. Tunnel's foolish. Tunnel doesn't really tell us anything. I don't think.
No, it just says get out of here.
Kill some like strong Kong checks.
Telling you nothing.
Yeah, that's not really particularly helpful.
What we got?
How about you?
Oh my goodness, that was fast.
That was so fast. He quit out instantly and then had to go check the pause menu for it.
Yeah,
too
and I
fast,
still
buddy.
didn't even get it.
Trombone on the path to Key 1, Key 4, Key 8, Chunky K-Roll, Tiny K-Roll, Donkey K-Roll. That pairs up with Twirl Sax. What?
Except for the path to 7. Oh, sorry, no.
Well,
that is exactly with Twirl Sax.
That's Twirl Sax, and then Great Balloon adds 7, which makes sense because
Yeah,
that
it's
gets
Key
you
7.
That gets you Key 7 on Cave's Lanky Metal. Because Cave's Metal's
Yeah.
awful. Alright, LittleKing is trying to leverage the oranges and is going to check out Tiny's cabin. I love this. This actually fits pretty well, because Grape gets you oranges, Sax gets you in this room. This is like a perfect combo for something good. This could be Key 1? Wait, how does Trombone fit?
Worthy, you did need oranges. I saw a purple claptrap. No orange skippers today.
Logically, you always need it, but practically, you don't. Not necessarily. Oh, what if it's like Cave's Tiny Metal or something insane? Is that a possibility?
Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, that's for the sprint cabin. Oh my.
So, suddenly, Candy is on the path to everything.
Oh my. Candy, what are you doing here? Okay.
Because that makes it so Candy is on the path to everything except for keys. So 1, 4, 8 chunky tiny DK is all Candy now.
Okay. I don't see how Trombone fits this though, so I'm not sure.
Because Trombone opens the sprint cabin.
Oh, Trombone is. You're right. Ooh, and then maybe.
So
Okay.
the storage answer's got to be saxophone.
What's funny is this also ties Balloon in, so it unsolves our forced chop hint, because it could now be Grape or Balloon.
Yeah, it's still
again.
Grape or Balloon.
Oh my
Could
God.
be either.
I'm pretty happy
it removes Twirl.
Yeah, I'm much happier to be much more confident that it is Sax at last, because I feel like we've sort of uncorked the logic. Ooh! See that dirt patch?
Oh, I missed it. What was on the dirt patch?
We got a potion in the lighthouse dirt. I'm gonna keep an eye out for Shockwave now.
I always want to get Shockwave early because it's just going to help with your GB collection too. Like, immensely.
Yeah, Shockwave is about as strong as Candy. It's kind of wild. Speaking of Candy, of the candies we can access, Factory didn't have anything. Castle's foolish. Caves, I guess, didn't have anything. We probably would have bought it if it did. Gallion is of great interest. Gallion Candy could have our key 1, maybe? Could have our key 1, yeah. Or key 1, yeah. Couldn't be key 4. We're short an item for key 4. We haven't pulled anything out of the Owl Tree yet.
Well, we also... Oh, no, yeah.
Or it's got like Mini Monkey or something, and then I don't know anymore.
I think they're both in the right place. Gallion is the place to be right now.
Certainly, with a very doable Way of the Horde tiny.
Where all the cool
ship.
kids go.
Oh yeah. We're basically underwater right now. Gotta get my swim trunks on. Check.
Yeah, checking your candies is kind of big right now, and then getting that hinted 5-door ship. Diddy's bought an Aztec.
That is very nice. We have all our shopkeepers too, so we don't really have to worry about that. I don't think it's on Candy because of all the things that lock Candy, so actually it probably doesn't matter. We're probably gonna just get them as soon as we can get into Aztec. The problem is, Aztec...
Because Trombone isn't Path to Kongs, it can't be on Candy.
Right. The bigger problem is that we don't have Key 1 or Key 4, and Aztec is one of them, and Japes is the other, so we're waiting for
That is a pretty big problem.
We're waiting for another key before we can do anything to get another Kong. So I believe our believers are in big trouble, as they say.
I don't want to cheer to one side, but I did bid to one side. So. I would like to have a return on my investment.
Yes, quite. Why is Linky half transparent in that shot? Is it because, like, is he just void? Actually, yeah, Tiny's hair is just void. That's crazy. I think Mumbo's just found, like, the perfect custom color to do that. Or he got an insane RNG roll.
Mumbo with a hint.
It was the TNS.
Oh, was it the boss door? I missed that.
Yeah, that one was the boss door.
Oh yeah, I guess looking at my hint sheet, it's the it has to be the boss door. It's the only one left.
I gotta give you credit for tracking down, I guess, keeping track of what hint doors you've checked. I just kind of wing it. Like, yeah, they probably got all the hints, hopefully.
I'm just winging it. Well, I'm trying to keep things more organized.
Yeah. And that matters a lot too, because in the world of Dose's doors, all right, here's our potion on Candy. In the world of Dose's doors, runners often have checked different doors at different times, and so it leads to all sorts of stuff.
That's a really gross thing to find. I don't want that.
That is possibly the worst possible thing they could have found. Not only is charge not usable until we get another key, it also doesn't make any sense right now.
Not usable until we get another Kong.
Yeah. Well, we need another key to get another Kong. And then we can maybe charge, I don't know, like Aztec Lobby at best? Like, oh, don't bring Toro back into this. Oh, no. R&D?
I don't think it could be...
like, Beetle Race? I don't think the Beetle Race fits. Not yet. I'm trying to think of, like, solo charge checks, and there's just not many. Or, like, any.
No, charge always combos with something else.
Yeah. And the only thing that we could do with one of those combos is Aztec Lobby right now.
Oh, he's being good, being thorough, getting quick GBs, but I just want to know what's on this 5-door ship.
Yeah. Get on with it!
Stop taunting me!
Stop stalling! Come on! I actually kind of want them to go to the 5-door ship sooner and then stall with doing a bunch of other stuff, so you can like think about what you want to do with it. I kind
kind of like
sit
that.
there thinking.
I like the idea of that, rather than like you pick up the item and you have to, off the top of your dome, know exactly where you want to go. You get a little bit of time to think about it while you like clear out the rest of Gallion to like get some GBs.
I don't know how LittleKing possibly can be reading that fast. Holy jeez.
What was it? Was that the...
He's inhuman.
Was that the candy hint, or that was...
It was the by Diddy hint.
Oh, the by Diddy hint. Well, I mean, you're kind of like, whatever. Okay, here we go.
And
Way
there...
Okay.
Mini monkey.
So...
Okay.
You definitely take that back to the anthill, right? I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, the anthill makes a lot of sense.
I like the anthill a lot here.
Because I'm a coward, I would immediately go to Fairy Island, get your free reward, and find out if you're having a bad time to this seat.
Okay, you actually don't bail immediately. You go to the treasure room first to check hype chest, for sure.
Oh yeah, I've had a bad stretch of forgetting this by some reason.
This could be key 1 in the hype chest. Anything mini locked is now fair game for key 1. And key 1 is looking like our next key to get at this point. Because whatever you get out of the owl tree is working towards key 4. It is not going to be key 1. And if you want a key, get busy looking. Could be the sub, too, if you want to go check that out, too. This is what I mean by, like, maybe going into the Tiny 5-door ship faster is better, because you would have had Mini Monkey to be roaming around with this whole time. It might change your routing a little bit, like, make you think, okay, yeah, let's go do the treasure room sooner or something.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's my impatience, too. I just always want to know what my hinted thing is. So I can start planning things out while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah. It goes both ways, though, because, like, what if it's, like, a key, and then it's just like, oh, I should probably just go to that level, and then there's not really anything to think about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more obvious, and sometimes it's less obvious. Can we get a key 1 of the hype chest? Do we have a hype chest today? Pretty please? I said pretty please. You have to. That's how it works. He's angling at the rest of the room. Okay, no. Ooh, that rainbow coin is a tough call. This is his 3rd rainbow coin. I think this is definitely worth it, but that was like your 4th or 5th. And much more interesting.
Nothing in the hype chest.
Not here. Could be the sub, though, so there's still hope. It could be... We want to get truly diabolical. It could be on the mermaid. That would be disastrous.
So, well, if we believe that slam is the R&D answer, which I'm not convinced,
right?
That means diving is only 8 tiny. That means Mini Monkey is only path to key 8.
Well, the thing is
that doesn't seem right. So
diving got you Mini Monkey, so you would have to also discount Mini Monkey if you believed in the slam R&D hint. But
yeah, so I think I would be checking Mini Monkey R&D. Go do a car race.
That's a great point, too, actually. Well, that could be like... Well... Okay, so the BFI reward is... The fairy reward is a blueprint, and her gift is a medal, so we don't have to worry about this.
Even though she told you, I always just skip it, then step back up to her, and she shows you.
Yeah, she does tell you what it is, but if it's a potion, you probably want to know what color it is. That's pretty helpful. So... Cuts both ways, I suppose. So the tricky thing is that Coconut is not on the path to key 1, so it's not gonna... The mermaid won't have key 1. That much we know, for sure. As sure as we can know things. And it's worth noting, if the owl tree has, like, anything for key 4, then you can throw the slam out the window, because the slam got us oranges, which would get you sprint, which would get you candy, which would get you... Wait...
The slam got us diving, which got us mini.
Slam got us diving, that's it, yeah, okay. So yeah, if anything's in the anthill, like if something that gets us to like key 4, or like Monkey Chunky or Gorillagon is in there, you can just throw out the R&D hint and go get a different item in R&D.
You really actually want Slam to be, like, try and will it into existence, because if Slam is the answer to that hint, Mini Monkey is path to key 8, and then not path to, like, anything else.
It certainly would simplify things, but the problem is...
That eliminates a lot of checks.
It does, especially because that slam would still need to lead to feather somewhere, which you kind of start running out of options, and you have to start thinking about the check elections again. That's not great. Because the slam has to lead you to tiny key roll somehow. I guess you have oranges, you don't care.
It did, Mini Monkey.
Yeah, they have Mini Monkey and they have oranges, so I guess they don't really care where feather is.
Well, but Slam leads to tiny key roll for it got Mini Monkey.
Did it?
Because it got you diving, that got you mini monkey.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that is.
So yeah, it
Oh.
ties that up with like a bow.
Oh, not in the pleasant way though. I guess it has to get you to key 8 somehow, but I don't know.
Yeah, you just got to worry about it how it gets you to key 8.
You missed that hint. Yeah, the sprint cabin hint. Like, oh my god. So the problem with Mumbo has not found his sprint, so he can't quite tie everything neatly together that like LittleKing can, because the sprint in Tiny's 5-door cabin is essential to us knowing like all of this, as far as I can tell. Because if you don't know how oranges fits into this, then you don't know how like Lanky's metal fits into things, or even like candy fits into things. Like, that charge is nowhere near as suspicious for Mumbo as... Well, I guess with the sprint cabin way of the horde, that charge became mighty suspicious just now. I guess that it's coming back, I suppose. All right,
He's going where we're both suspecting, which is... Even if this is nothing, this is 2 quick jacks.
It's pretty good, yeah. It could be like main caves as key 1. There's a couple mini spots there.
It could be like a splat in main caves. That'd be spicy.
Could it?
Because you got mini and twirl.
Oh.
That can't be key 1, no, because mini can only... Again, assuming that the R&D is the slam, mini could only be to 8. Which makes me want to go to R&D.
I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it, alright?
Yeah.
I'm just not buying it.
And, ooh, with Chimpy Charge hinted, I'm thinking maybe Diddy R&D seems like it could be a contender later on.
Pretty good. It kind of depends on how Candy ties in with paths. We don't have Candy path hinted, like, barely. Oh,
Yeah,
the anthill
GGBs.
okay, the anthill is not it, which is kind of alarming. Because now we're down to... Oh my god, maybe he needs the sprint! That totally works. Wait,
For
no, it doesn't, because...
the rabbit.
It does work. It does work. The paths actually line up. Sacks to get you sprint, and then you race the rabbit for something in the owl tree. That actually works perfectly. So
I don't want that, though.
Mumbo's
I
rabbit race definitely sucks, but if it's an answer, it's an answer, all right. Sometimes you gotta pay your dues to the main character. He works his way into every seed somehow. I don't know how he does it, but he's done it again this time. Mumbo back to factory. What are we looking at a factory for? He might be thinking R&D, actually.
I miss a hint here.
Mumbo's kind of in trouble, but like, I don't hate the caves we visit in any case. Yeah, he is smelling a Larkin factory. Alright, LittleKing back to forest. He's got his mini, he's got his sprint. I think he's gonna go to the owl tree and have a look here. If it's not if it's not on the rabbit at this point, then we're freaking out because it's the owl race and we're missing 2 items for it. And Diddy.
You have Owl Race to 3-8 to Tiny Chunky. Where was that hint? I must have missed that one.
It's Owl to 4-8 Chunky Tiny, which lines up with Sax. It lines up with Great Balloon. It lines up with Trombone. That all fits.
Missed that hint somewhere.
That's somewhere. Yeah, God knows where. All the hints, when the hints are like reach like a certain critical, all these hints have been like about the same length, but they're all just like all over the place with different paths.
Maybe the R&D hint that I missed.
It is ruinously confusing. And the gamers game anyway. They're quite good.
Mumbo is thinking the exact same as me and you. We're not convinced Slam is the answer to that hint.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. I think that mini is a little bit too... I don't know. I did not see what that text is, but we're going to find out if LittleKing actually... He's running the race.
Racing him, so...
He's got something.
He's got a very small head, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, if you don't get the lead with off the rabbit immediately, it's pretty tricky to catch up. It's really easy to just get caught on random things. Much easier.
Yeah, I would have... That's why I always just immediately restart it to get the lead.
More consistent that way, but you get a big time save by cutting one corner that he does not. He actually just killed that... He just drive-bys enemies, I guess. That's crazy. Okay.
Nothing on the car race over there on Mumbo's side. Oh! Did he win?
Oh my god, he got it!
He won?
Wow! That's a photo. That's a photo finish if I've ever seen it. Holy smokes! What is our potion here?
Ooh.
Oh, Shockwave. Uh-oh.
I would be going right back to a lighthouse.
Did LittleKing look at the lighthouse? I don't know if he looked at the lighthouse dirt.
He was in it. I don't know if he looked at the dirt, though.
Hopefully he did.
Because that's the
He was in the lighthouse, though.
That's the only dirt I can think of that we've seen a potion on. So... Okay, this is all well and good, but where are our keys? We need key 1 to turn up, like... Come on! Where's the key?
Mumbo is about to stumble onto his sprint he has actually required. He didn't know it just yet, but...
Okay, I think with that Shockwave, I'm pretty comfortable saying it's not slamming R&D. I think there's just too much to...
I'm leaning heavily to Diddy charge enemies.
Diddy R&D makes a lot of sense because there's not a lot of charge checks in the game, so you have to pick one. Alright, here's the sprint. Here's Mumbo's sprint, and he's like, what the heck is going on here? That sends him back.
He's running straight back to that rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Because it's the only thing that makes sense to him at this point. And he gets a Shockwave, and then he'll probably run straight to the lighthouse. So it all gets tied together kind of neatly. LittleKing's just got a little bit of an edge on this regard. Any other advantage? Any other advantages either way? Not really seeing
This is
much.
coming down to if either of them have peaked many dirt patches. Because you could get a surprise lead if you've been peeking dirt patches, and you just know where to go.
I don't think either of them looked at this Mills one.
No, I don't think so. I know Mumbo went into Lumsey's cage area.
Two things of note.
So he's seen that one.
Two things of note is that crucially, this can't. Shockwave will not lead you to key 1, but it could lead you to key 4.
Mm-hmm.
And key 4 is just as good as key 1 in this situation, where it gets you another level, which gets you a Kong.
The bean's dead, everybody.
That's tragic, but it tried its best, alright?
Give it the old college try.
Yep. We got training grounds dirt to look at. I don't think anyone's looked at this one. I think if LittleKing... I think if he'd seen the lighthouse...
I don't think he looked at the lighthouse.
If he'd seen the lighthouse potion...
You'd run straight to it.
Yeah, he would run straight there. He would not check this before going back to the lighthouse potion, for sure.
Mumbo is making this rabbit look like a fool.
Yeah, he got the... you got a head start on him, and you just keep it, and you're just...
Well, he didn't do the head start. He did the... He started immediately, same with the rabbit. He didn't reset it for the head start.
He's kind of a gamer. You know how it is. And a lot of it is, some amount of it is like enemy luck too, like the Kasplat kind of like block LittleKing, just kind of tried to ruin his day a little bit. Alright, there's a Shockwave.
I'm just learning that maybe I just suck at racing the rabbit.
There's your Shockwave, and Mumbo's like running around like, wait a minute, I gotta check the Mills dirt now.
Yeah, he's scoping out these dirts while he's here.
And LittleKing has worked his way back to the lighthouse. I suppose it's possible I guess there's a world where he might have seen this and was like, okay, I'll go check other dirt, because Shockwave is kind of branching a little bit right here, so it's possible it's not...
And it's also just good for fast GBs in general.
I mean, not if you're running to the ends of the earth to find your stuff, but, like, he really wanted to see a key here, and he got a potion instead, so, like, what are we... There's our...
Oh, there...
Okay. Okay. That...
R&D has to be slammed now.
It does have to be slammed now, doesn't it? Oh,
yeah.
No. Well, that's not good. That... Okay. So how do you combine sax, trombone, great balloon, but not diving? Huh?
I think it's just candy. Have they looked at all the candies?
I think they must have. It's not Mini, because Mini was underwater.
No, Mini is now only path to key 8. They gotta figure a way it gets you to 8, and that's it.
I mean, it could just be diving to get you to key 8 too. Or Red Slam even. Like,
that's true. Mini could be nothing.
Yeah. Not like seeing
the
that
dartboard would still make me.
Feather is now like our best lead on key 4 by like a mile, so like let's have a look here.
Oh.
What are you? What are you doing? Is this Blast, please? This could be Blast, actually. This would fit. No, it wouldn't. It would not fit if this is Blast. This is like Bongos or something.
What was our entrance to Helm? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Was it this fairy
is the worst.
Is just mocking him.
This guy's just the absolute worst thing in existence. Oh my god. Alright, off Mumbo goes, back to Gallion.
The best way with this fairy is you gotta be in a corner.
Yeah, you pick a corner of the room and then hope he doesn't... If you go too far into a corner, he'll unload, which is all sorts of fun. Alright, you got 5 shots to win it. There you go. Let's grab.
Okay, maybe we're climbing production now. Like, oh, jeez. This could still be key 4 on this route. But now it's just, oh my god. It could get you a chunky K roll move. Oh, it actually could be like no.
Turn production on.
You turn production on, but I'm trying to square this with the Cave's Helm Lobby potion. That's key 8 chunky K roll. This kind of feels like it fits there. Can you tie Feather, Shockwave, or
Shockwave into the castle.
Castle Dirt? Yeah.
I would be getting that castle dirt.
Castle Lobby Dirt. Well, that's going to be like Gorilla Gon or Hunky, which isn't really essential right now, but it is pretty likely to be something now, I think.
Oh, my mouse just died. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright, a turned on production could be our answer for key 4. I'm still mystified by key 1. This is crazy. Is it like...
The question is it simple and we're dumb?
It's gotta be key 1 just like on Aztec Candy, right? Something like that. Candy makes the most sense for key 1, and we haven't... Well, our only use for Candy right now has been Charge, which I guess is...
Mumbo's doing what I was thinking, and...
You'll probably get rewarded with something good here, but I don't know how actually good that is. Oop.
It was useful, I guess.
Yeah, it's hunky.
Ooh, it's actually interesting. No, but it's interesting. That means hunky is path to 8.
Yeah, I mean, whatever we got here is path to 8, yeah.
What is happening over on
LittleKing
LittleKing?
crash. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, this game saves like crazy, so all he's got to do is just reload his ROM and he'll be off for the races. Oh dear. Poof.
Let's judge him for his what you call it?
Oh.
Background.
If you want to judge anyone, judge my default background, because I'm too lazy to actually change it.
I have the same.
Yep.
Mine's just the Windows default one.
Yep. There we go. A little strange crash there, but Canon Game does some weird crush room is all sorts of wacky. Nevertheless, that's not too bad. There's a little bit of a run back. Meanwhile, Mumbo, he is deep in the tank. What to do with that hunky chunky? I have no idea, and I'm just not going to worry about it for a while. Sound good? Sounds great. Oh, he dumped it to get into Castle. Could Castle really be our answer? It's not Candy, because Castle shops are foolish. Alright, LittleKing, he's not a fan of the Crusher Room, so he's just not gonna he's not gonna check it now.
I don't want to mess with that.
There's our key!
Ooh!
Wait. Hang on. Hang on, Twirl. Let's talk. Is that key 1 or key 4? I think
Twirl is unhinted. I think this is just a coincidence.
I think so too.
Because Sax lines up too perfectly with everything else.
It does.
Oh, it has to be Sax because it's to Tiny Phase, and we have all of Tiny Phase, and nothing involved twirling in it.
Right. Oh, and there's your production room key 4 hint. Okay, so that's key 4. Okay. Castle has your key 4 hint, so Mumbo's still getting good information. This is why, like, just run into a new level, get a fresh
Mumbo
settings.
just...
It's pretty good.
I was looking at LittleKing. Mumbo just read a hint that says production to key 4.
Yep, sure did. So this is we're on our way to key 4 here. Life is good. Kind of what you want to see.
So that grab is required off the ferry.
Yeah. Which means you need that feather. You need to work that feather immediately, right? Grab your feather off of the lighthouse dirt, which Mumbo did go get that feather, but then he didn't try and leverage it immediately, which is interesting.
I think that cleans up Feather and Shockwave to they aren't super likely to be pathed to anything else at this point. Because that answers 4, 8, Chunky, and Tiny from off of Shockwave.
Right. It sure does, actually, yeah. I mean, we kind of had to run out of Tiny K roll stuff at some point. It feels like, because we have one leave, so it kind of had to solve itself somehow. Feeling pretty good. Things that we don't know. Gallion Caverns, key 3, key 8, Chunky K roll, Donkey K roll. What are we doing here? I have no idea.
Apes Lobbies... What?
That's your feather. Oh, wow, wait.
Oh,
no,
that was Feather, right?
No, that's Grab. That's Grab that just got hinted.
Yeah, it's the fairy from the feather cage.
Yeah, it's the fairy in the feather cage that has grab, which is an amazing hint for Mumbo. That gives him direction. That's basically just like, hey, you forgot this. Run here.
It also is helpful for both of them once they do it, because you know, alright, I'm done with grab, production's done.
Well, I mean, LittleKing just ran through production, so he's not worried about it anymore.
I mean,
I
yeah,
suppose he doesn't have to worry about the Crusher Room of Dread.
Yeah, and there's no minecart shenanigans with grab.
Or Coconut, yeah. I guess Coconut is... Has Coconut solved itself yet? I guess we don't know where Key 3 is.
Yeah, Key 3, and Coconut hasn't gotten us a Kong yet, but we're pretty sure we know which Kong it's getting us.
Pretty likely. Gave some metal rewards for 1 potion. That's our first scout.
That is a great song.
Gave some metal rewards have 1 potion. That's our... We have not seen any other scouring hints. That's cool. Okay, I did not see how expensive Aztec was. It must be expensive
36.
because LittleKing is dumping blueprints.
Yeah, 36.
36. That's not too bad. Castle's 34, so...
Yeah.
Mumbo could just run right in there when he gets in there, but he's got a little bit of an adventure to wrangle this fairy and then wrangle the grab and then, but he kind of like knows exactly where it is. He's gonna like, yep, that's grab, take me to production, turn it on, off we go. Somewhere in prod. And given his loadout, he's probably not too worried, because you can do the Kasplat, you can do Tiny's Twirl, you're feeling ambitious, you kick slide up the pipe. Crusher Room, you can kind of work your way out of Logic 4 if the game doesn't crash. Thank you, DK64.
The game doesn't say absolutely not.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think LittleKing just got played by the coconut cage. I think he was trying to get it.
He's trying to get his
GB off it to hit 36 to not turn in any more blueprints.
And now he's trying the sprint cage, and it's just a rainbow coin. Or he's trying the dirt here. Hey, there you go.
Oh, he's bailed out.
Lucky.
Doesn't
Sometimes
have to go
lucky.
do the walk of shame back to Snide.
Well, no, then your next try is roof dirt. So.
Just double, triple, quadruple down.
Anything to avoid
Not
it.
going back to that man.
Anything to avoid it. Okay. So this has been kind of a weird seed, but what are we missing? What are we missing for go mode? We need Bongos. We need Gorilla Gone. We need Blast. That's it. 3 things. Am I mistaken? We need Pineapple to get in the cannon game room for something, but that kind of I think
And
it is
barrel throwing to do the cannon game, but
oh, true. Okay, well,
those are pass, not endpoints.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're right. Bongos, Blast, and Gone are the 3 moves we're missing, and then we're missing Key 1 and Key 3.
oof.
Those
Key
are our
1 is-
endpoints we're missing.
Key 1 is going to end up in some unhinged spot, and I'm going to be kind of mad.
Yeah.
Oh, Castle Underground.
Castles? Is that underground? I thought that's it surrounding.
That looked like Underground to me. Key 1.
I'll trust you.
Double checking? Oh, yeah, Underground. Cool. So how do we make that work? Trombone, Great Balloon
I can tell you
Sax.
exactly where that is. That's in Lanky Mausoleum.
Oh. Oh.
That's grape, that's trombone, that's sprint. Technically you need vines, but... And there's... Oh, our problem with Forest Shops is solved.
Oh, is it?
Do you see that hint LittleKing just read?
I did not.
Forest Shops is 1478 or 1478 chunky tiny DK.
So the other item in the Forest Shops. Yes! Amazing.
So we know the answer is both.
Oh my god. You're gonna be kidding me.
I didn't. I was too busy writing. I didn't see what he just read.
I don't know why my Discord pinged. Sorry about that. I do not know how. I don't know why OBS didn't mute that like it usually does.
I missed what the hint by the 5 warp was there. Was it just 178? That'd make more sense. It might not have said 4. I might have missed that part.
Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on.
Hillside to Chunky. That's what I missed. Thank you.
Hillside to key 3, too. Whoa. Okay, that's a great bit of info. Okay, Aztec has the good hints. Castle had the... You missed something, bud. Here's your compensation hints. Meanwhile, Aztec's got the goods. So...
Okay, so Gone is on the hillside somewhere. Right? 'Cause, yeah, it has to be Gone.
Gotta be, right? Well...
And our coconut to 3, I bet you it is in one of the coconut cages.
Seems pretty likely.
Whose coconut cage? We don't know, but it is in one of them.
There we go. Huh.
Alright, so our Gone hint just kind of... The free Diddy item I would think is, at this point, is just going to be that Gorilla Gone. Yeah, it can't be DK's cage, because his is in Lowlands.
So, it's worth noting, I don't think we have any reason to particularly believe it's Gallion candy, so I'm really interested in Aztec candy. If Aztec candy has something like really good, then that may give us better direction than Charge does. Here we go. Uh-oh.
She has all the goods, actually.
No. Oh, come on. Oh, Rocket. Oh, what are we doing here?
Oh, no. Don't be all the best moves in the game.
No. I don't think Rocket ties in anything we know about.
No, it just opens a lot of checks.
It could be like a pineapple here. Pineapple would fit pretty well.
Yeah, pineapple would be a...
Oh, what are...
Oh,
no. Oh, a good move and a bad move. No.
I'm going to choose to believe that it's Rocket.
Oh, but I don't want to. Oh, man. Well, okay, so now pick your poison. Rocket Barrel, Charge, or Strong Kong. At least one of them is good.
Well, 2 are absolute garbage. and one is a good move that unlocks a lot of things.
One is very good. Has this uncanny ability to end up way the horde all the time. Right. So our big mystery, and the winner of this seed is very likely to be the one that solves this first. Where is key 1? That's what we need right now. Can we tie Castle
I'm certain it's in the mausoleum. It's who's gonna go there first in my book.
Mausoleum makes a lot of sense. That gives us sprint. It doesn't. We need logically you need vines for that, which is crazy. No idea where vines is.
Yeah.
Who cares though? We can skip it. So I'm just gonna choose to not worry about that. The other monster 4 shops in. Thank you very much. Love that.
I think the big thing to find here, and whoever finds it first is going to be way ahead, is where is Blast and Bongos? One of the 2 of them. One of them's locked by this nonsense. And how is Hunky Chunky path to 8?
So, I wouldn't worry about Blast too much until we figure out what the Caverns item is. Because then
Blast, you also have the benefit of, I would go stand on that pad here shortly, and... find out. Because it was Blast to get up top, right?
Oh,
pretty sure, because Mumbo didn't go up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did not check.
I thought it was Blast.
It must not. It's not Monkey Port, or it's not Balloon. It probably wasn't Monkey Port.
Chat. Anyone know?
It's got to be Blast because we haven't gone up there yet, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you.
Yeah.
Would, if you could go up
and
there,
Mumbo went to C, and it wasn't Balloon. It was just Port.
If LittleKing is fishing for GBs and doesn't think top of Krem when he has 2 ways to get up there, it's got to be Blast, right?
Yeah. So I'd be going to stand on that pad and just get told where my Blast is here, real quick.
That's pretty good, especially when you hit 50 GBs and you know you can get it.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Yeah, we start with.
You're getting pretty close to. I would just. Oh, what did you read?
That is a Castle Tiny Metal. Way of the Horde.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just climb castle and you're good to go. But that's new info. That could be our pineapple. That could be...
It could be vines.
Oh, it could be vines, too. Oh, that would suck, wouldn't it?
If it's vines, that's 100% the mausoleum.
Yeah, that's like... It's not even a question. But if it is that, then you know that's what key 1 is, and you're in great shape. That's awesome.
Yeah. The other thing it could be barrels is because we got to do the cannon game here at some point. So barrels and pineapple are both good finds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep saying pineapple, but I think vines might actually be the better find because you get into shape sooner. I think one of them is pretty likely to be the free Diddy item. One of pineapple or barrels, because that's just a freestanding item that we have not got any amount of information on. Oh, that could also be our...
Thing is if it's vines, you can actually just skip it because you don't need vines to do the Lanky Mausoleum.
Okay,
you can skip
no.
that.
All right, back up. I think our caverns item is going to be the punch chest or the arena, something punch locked, I think. And then I'm putting Gorilla Gone on the cannon game guy. Because then you could put pineapple or vines, or you could put pineapple or barrels as the hillside check that's just Chunky K rule, and that would make sense. And then put the other on the free Diddy item or something.
Is there a way we can work Check of Legends back into this? Let's work together, team.
This is tough because I think Feather's dead.
No, Feather still could be to 8. Bongos on Check of Legends.
Bongos on Check of Legends. All right, we got it. We're good. Excellent.
Mumbo's getting the bad news of Candy's got 2 additional moves. You gotta...
Coconut's somehow not on the path to 8. Bro! that's so rude.
How could they do this to me?
Mumbo didn't read Castle Tiny Metal Way the Horde.
Hey man, how did you have to break my heart like that?
So Mumbo probably skipped that hint because it's next to Castle Candy, which is a foolish shop. So he probably just didn't care about it at all. And turns out that's a pretty good bit of info there.
Yeah, that's if it's vines, he might be able to get out of this, but if that's like your pineapple or your barrels, you're going to be hurting for that one.
He's definitely going back to Castle for sure, because he's got the underground hint now, and he's like, yep, that's big info. No doubt on that one.
The question is, does he keep skipping it because he knows that shop's nothing? Oh, it's not the mausoleum.
Brother, it's not the mausoleum. What happened? I was sold. You sold me on this.
It's all falling apart.
You sold me a faulty car, used car salesman. What are you doing?
I was set. That was it. It fit perfectly.
Me too, man. Me too. What happened? Okay, so I guess we'll just look elsewhere in the underground. Do not tell me it's like Diddy.
It's got a
Gallion Candy Dog.
It is the crypt.
That was charge.
That's charge. It's the crypt.
Oh,
Peanuts, where are you?
Oh my god. Diddy Crypt fits only in the sense that we have no info on Peanuts. We have no idea where Peanuts is at all, so... Okay, fine. Maybe that's our Castle Tiny Metal item, in which case we really do want that hint badly.
It would be the biggest bailout in the world. Or we've got a random high 5 spinning off this tree.
Alright, so much for worrying about vines. I guess we can just throw vines in the bin. Who cares about that anymore?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. And because we now know Charter's Way of the Horde, that throws into question whether or not we care about Rocket Barrel. Like, or Strong Kong.
We don't care about Rocket Barrel.
We never cared about we never cared about Strong
I throw a rocket in the bin.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess.
No, Mumbo, go down.
No!
The wrong way, Mumbo.
Take the long way home.
He has over 50 GBs now. I would definitely be going to stand on that pad and find out what's there, though.
Oh, wait. Is he doing it? He has no interest in picking up tiny CBs. That is tragic.
This is tragic. Oh, no. That's a big L. Big L.
Speeding things along by doing this, maybe? There's a 5-pack in here, I guess. If he skipped the 5-pack in here, my head would explode. You, like, fall on it.
I guess if you go into Diddy's room, the ballroom, and use the monkey port pad, that's what, 20 plus a balloon. That's 30 bananas right in there.
It's faster and more efficient than climbing the rest of Castle. So, of course, he's also not doing that. So we're just.
He's just. See you later, losers.
What are we doing here? What are we doing
Jumping
here?
off the side of the world.
What are we here for? Offering up suggestions that he's not going to do. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's not like he doesn't know. So it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to know though, because he's going towards a hint right now.
Oh, this is the.
Yeah, that's the hint. Yeah.
really awkward, but...
You've learned from your mistake now, Mumbo. Now, go collect those bananas.
Well, the other hint by Funky is also really good, because that's your charge hint.
That tells you, yeah.
Oh my god, it is Peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
That hint is the biggest bailout I've ever seen.
That's unbelievable. We were so close to a Peanut Casino. That is definitely very dangerous.
Alright, key 1, here we come.
Hopefully we finally figure this one out.
Whatever this is, it leads you to key 1 somehow. It's our underground thing. There's, like, no checks left.
That is kind of crazy. The diving didn't get you candy, so this does all check out.
We also have every hint. That's impressive between these two. We've read every hint in these 6 levels.
To be honest, we've needed every hint in these first 6 levels.
Yeah, this seed is a doozy.
No kidding. Hopefully, we get into Japes and things just kind of like fall into place. It looks like it's a matter of... Let's go have a look at... I guess we have to find hunky checks or something, right? To figure out where...
Yeah, we gotta be
Bongos?
finding out what hunky check.
It has to be Bongos, right? That locks...
Yeah. A nice hunky check to look at, I'm thinking, because Feather could still be path to 8, is Jape's Hive Tunnel area.
Yeah. That would fit pretty well, wouldn't it? It actually fits really well because... Hang on, how does this work out? There's our key, key 1.
Key 1.
That took forever, but we're good.
Precious.
Grab is unlocked by Feather, and that's the point at which key 8 drops off the path. I think.
Yeah, so Feather, because Shockwave is to 8, which got you Feather. We don't have anything
Yeah, we have nothing on Feather.
specifically saying, oh, Jape's Lobby's 8 DK?
What? Wait, what? Is that... What?
So...
Excuse me? That's not grab.
No, that's...
What?
I would be very much checking the Aztec lobby.
Yeah, but like, how do you tie... It must be that, surely.
Yeah, because Candy got you charge, which he's in this massive chain. Gallion CP... Okay.
Okay, let's rein it in. I'm running out of space in my sheet. Like, the paths just keep pouring in.
A bunch of stuff we have not done.
Have we gotten anything on Gallion medals? I think the answer is no.
No, no, I don't even think either of them have gotten a Gallion medal.
Oh my god. Wait, come on. What is... Okay, it's a rainbow coin. There we go. So is
Alright,
that
so Chunky right there?
We got
there
it. We called Chunky like an hour ago. This is huge. We're feeling great.
Also, my bidding in our little prediction thing, I'm up huge.
Yeah, I think once Key 4 buried itself, you were feeling pretty cozy. And then Key 1 decided to do the same. Just...
That is right. Coconut is not path to 8, and Feather was in the lighthouse area, so Feather can't be to 8.
Okay. Ooh.
That, yeah, this hunky to 8 is real spicy to me.
Real weird, yeah. It's not the worm. We've seen the worm.
It's not Aztec tunnels.
Could it be Pound the X? Is that too crazy?
No, that would actually make a lot of sense, honestly.
Actually, it would make a lot of sense.
Saxophone and Blast.
If Blast gets you to the top of Crumb Isle, then Blast being on the path to K makes sense. We have not seen a solo Blast hint. Or we have not seen a solo Donkey K roll hint, rather. Peanut for Mumbo, so he's got a good word. He's got to escape. He's on the chase.
I think LittleKing just only saw Chunky and is just doing this now, and...
Right. Looks like Randy lost some brain cells. He's the tiniest head I've ever seen.
Don't bully my poor boy.
Well, I'm just telling it how I see it. Okay.
Factory series.
Alright, so surely it's somewhere else on the hillside for Key 3, I guess. And then hopefully it's not the free Diddy item, so we get another thing out of Japes. That'd be really nice, especially because the seed does not really want to resolve itself nicely, it seems.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm kind of thinking that Key 3 is in one of these cages, so...
Well, okay, it can't be the hillside item because something has to be on the path to Key 3, so it actually has to be in a coconut lock.
It's just not clear which coconut lock it is. So he's going to climb the hillside, get his item in the free Diddy item, which is not key 3 and is guaranteed to be pretty good.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is that LittleKing went and got Chunky without opening up, like going to see where this key 3 item is, then opening that up at the same time. That's how I would have thought to route this, was try and do one sweep. There's
oh
key
my
3
god,
itself.
it's barrels locked. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
This better be barrels. Please be
L.
barrels right here. Just save us. Save us. SOS. SOS. Red alert. Oh my god, it's
That
it's
is
Gorilla Gun.
pineapple.
It's
gone.
Gorilla Gun.
No, it's just gone.
It's just Gorilla Gun. Okay.
It's just gone.
Okay, it's just gone. It's just gone.
It's just gone. We're
What
all
was
gone.
that?
And that's the answer that I was thinking.
Was that Pound the X? I missed it.
No, that was Isles Aztec lobby.
Isles Aztec Lobby.
So,
okay.
Your charge is coming up big. Okay, where is my...
And LittleKing is running straight there. He dropped everything. He's like, I don't care about any of the rest of Japes. He knows that hunky check back there doesn't make sense because of Feather. Give me whatever's here. I still think we need to figure out Hunky, though, right? Hunky for Blast on Pound the X kind of, like, works? Or, no, Blast here. No. Yes, it has to. Blast.
Blast here makes the most sense to
Yes.
me.
This must be Blast. And then all left is Bongos, which you could get a micro hint for in Helm if you wanted. But I think if you're feeling ambitious, well, for my money, it's probably the Cannon Game item, right?
Who's first up in Helm? I missed that.
I think it's Donkey, but I don't think it matters because it's pretty clear at this point that Cannon Game is your end game because you're missing 2 things for it.
Yeah.
So that's like definitely your last item, which at this point your last item has to be the last thing you need, which is Blast, or Bongos rather. So
This is Blast,
so this is
Barrels.
Blast. You do Pound the X right now to get. Oh, that's Pineapple.
Oh,
What
that's-
the? Oh no.
Okay, so Pineapple
Oh,
locks. Okay, so Blast is in
No,
the Cannon Game.
You go to Gallion right now because you just got Chunky, so now you do whatever's in the caverns to get your Chunky item, or to get your good item here. This item is used for all sorts of stuff, whatever this is. Key 3, Key 8, Chunky K-Roll, Donkey K-Roll. This is Punch Lock for sure.
Barrels. It has to be Barrels. Because we have all the
Yes.
Chunky moves. The
You're
only
right.
one that we don't have is Barrel Throwing
That is 100%.
to do the Dirt Patch.
That is 100% barrels, which means then we can do the Cannon Game with that. And then we can do... I guess depending on what the Cannon Game is, we're good to go. The Cannon Game could be... Well, okay, here's another wrinkle for you.
I think the Cannon Game is Blast.
What's our Gallion CB item? Is that Bongos? And then...
That's going to be Bongos.
So how is that Bongos? Surely we can get all the medals by now with what we have. This is barrels.
Yeah, this is Barrels.
Okay, we're good. What's our...
How is Hunt?
Gallion
No.
CBs to 8 has to be Bongos. So then what could it be? Whose medal could it be?
And how could
my
it
God.
combine with Hunky Chunky in some way?
It's Dogadon 2. It has to be Dogadon 2.
It is Dogadon too.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Dogadon 2 to get Bongos in this level.
That is diabolical. Oh my god. How did this happen? That's not an easy thing to connect, but runners they're smart lads. I think they can pull it together.
Yeah, and that cleans the seat up. Easy peasy. We're in no mode here. We know where it is.
We're okay. I would put it at like 90%. You never can be like 100% sometimes. Look, I've seen too much. I've seen too much to be 100% ever.
Come on, The Rock, have some confidence. We know.
I've seen too much.
We're omnipotent.
I've I've been hurt before. There's our blasts. Okay. Yes, this has to be blast.
The way that this seed, all the moves interlocked with each other for different end goals is wild.
Disgusting in a word.
Yeah, like
Third melon for the road. There's your one potion on Japes medals. It's third melon. Amazing.
I'll write that down just so we don't forget.
All right, so what? The LittleKing is running straight to the boss door. He knows it's Doga 2. He's running right there. This is where the boss door is.
He's figured it out.
Oh my god. That is... Holy guacamole. This is Bongos, and your seed is complete.
He's got to go back and get his key 3 at a Japes, but... And what's he looking at? 55, plus he's got 5 blueprints, he's at 60. I would just be dumping blueprints and going for it, honestly. I've been trying to figure out the number this season that you just go for it and hope Helm saves you with GBs.
I think you can be pretty confident at 62.
Yeah, 62, I'm 100% confident.
Any lower than that, you're rolling the dice.
Yeah, 64 is kind of where I've been going, and I'm like, I'm going to play a risky and try for it.
64.
I think a little bit of it depends, too, and if you've been up there and done the ferry and the sax pad and the Kasplat.
Which we haven't, so you could definitely go even earlier. Dogadon for a potion. Oh my god.
Wild.
Yeah, we did run the numbers on
It's
this.
yellow, so this is 100% Bongos. There's no fake out at the end here.
We did run the numbers on this. If you can check everything in Helm and you have 62, 90%. You are very comfy going up at 62. Any less than that, it's a little spicy, especially when you start like you can't do checks anymore. The numbers get a little bit weirder. It's a little bit.
Yeah,
harder.
I kind of got hard played by a seed the other day where I went up with 60, hoping to get 4, and I ended up with 1.
Yeah, that's a big gamble at 60. If you could do every room, maybe, but then you're like, then sometimes you're like committed to the crown at that point. That's kind of not great. If you just have to like plan each room, that's pretty fast.
I don't like going to check the. Yeah, I don't like going to check the ferries unless I'm at 63. I don't want to try and risk on both ferries being a banana.
I think the odds of that are like 10% maybe.
Yeah, the odds of at least 1 seem to be really good, but...
Yeah. And there's a lot of other ways to shave the odds. Top of Crime Isle, Helm Lobby itself. There's a lot of ways to kind of work your way there. And if you want to go fast...
I think in this situation, I'm LittleKing, I'm dumping those 5 blueprints, and I'm going for it.
I'm LittleKing. I'm feeling amazing right now. This was a sick game from him. He played this scene great.
It was funny, I thought he was trailing behind Mumbo for quite a while, and then, out of nowhere,
I think
took off like a rocket.
I think the sprint knowledge was the big thing. The sprint pull, using oranges and like finding a use for the oranges that felt like it was hinted on Linky's Forest Metal. I feel like knowing that like it's pretty likely that oranges somehow ties into this, and then just chasing that a little bit. I think he went out of his way to go check Tiny's cabin. It really paid
See
off.
a small issue Mumbo's got too. Look how many blueprints he has and his GB count.
Yeah, over GB.
He has over GB'd by a lot.
He doesn't need to dump blueprints at all, so what he does is he grabs his whatever this is, barrels?
Yeah, this was barrels.
Grabs his barrels, grabs his blaster, just does the boss, and he's good to go. If he does the boss. LittleKing made the boss pull look a lot easier than I think it is. That's evil that it is on the Gallion boss, and you have Gallion CBs and Hunky Chunky to piece together. Completely separate things. You might have gotten those hints a half hour apart, and you have to tie that together. That's tough.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has to go get key 3.
Yes, and key 3 as well.
Oh, I was just like, LittleKing, you're done, go! Forget. I would have been the guy that does all of 8th and standing like, where's the ship? Oh, I have to go get my key 3. I just looked at it earlier.
Yeah, the other really big
Like a
pull.
fool.
The other really big pull that I think LittleKing benefited from tremendously was finding key 4, chasing the key 4 leads until he got a key in his hand, rather than committing to like a castle. And
Yeah, I agree.
that forced Mumbo to double dip castle at some point, whereas I think LittleKing only went into castle once.
Oh,
That's
the tough part for
think that's
Mumbo
enough.
is he went to castle first, and he didn't get the benefit of knowing that the castle tiny metal hint because he didn't read that hint. If he had gotten that, I think he could have maybe regained some ground, but missing that hint was pretty rough on his castle trip.
It made sense though, because he was like, "Oh, key 4, let's go." That makes perfect sense. Like he has a lead, like a strong lead on the rest of his seed. He'll get more hints in the next levels and so on and so forth. I think it was a perfectly reasonable play. The
It's just unlucky.
a little bit, yeah. But I think LittleKing chasing down key 4 and like hard committing to, like, I'm finding key 4 off this feather bow. Worked out tremendously.
Yeah.
As buried as that key 4 was, it's a twisty path. You gotta pick up your Shockwave, and then like, okay, let's go run around and find this feather bow, I guess.
Then you get grabbed from there, and then you got to know to go turn on the production.
3, he's at 56 GBs right now with 5 blueprints. 57, dump to 62. Got it.
5.
Dump to 62. You're feeling pretty good.
Well, especially with you haven't even been up there, so you've got the ferry, the sax pad, the splat with twirl to get it real easy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's more.
You might be even trying to go for without dumping blueprints.
There's more GB. Oh wow, that would not at 58. You're not getting away with that. Don't get too cute.
No, I dumped DK Diddy and I'd leave chunkies. I'd just go to 62 and go for it.
Well, riddle me this: is dumping Chunky's blueprint faster than doing the sax pad? I actually don't know. I think it's slower, but it's a sure thing.
I think it'd be very slightly slower.
It's definitely faster than checking any Helm room. I feel like you'd take the sure thing here and dump to 63. Like, you want to get cute and be like, yeah, let's gamble on 2 GBs in Helm, but they have to be 2 GBs, like, in your path. Like, they have to be in the 2 Helm rooms and on the ferries.
I like to live dangerously.
Dangerously can be fast, but sometimes you gotta pump the brakes, and you never know when,
It's like that Austin Powers scene where he's at blackjack.
Alright, I don't... So Mumbo has not pieced together the boss. He is hunting down Chunky's medal right now. That is gonna cost him some time as well. But I think he is going to hunt down every single medal, so he is not going to leave here without it. It'll just take him some time to tie it together. Like, now he's looking at Diddy's medal. It's like, okay, what do I need for this? Rocket barrel around? Sure. Amen. Balloon. I wish I'd seen that it was Blast that long ago, because Blast to key 8 is, like, kind of great news. That helps you pin down Blast really well.
He's not even playing the sax pad. He's just going to count on one of the 2 rooms he does, or the fairies have got a banana for him.
You gotta check the Splat here, because like if you have 64, you can start doing cutscene skips. If you can't cutscene skip, you're losing out there. He may be going all in on the fairy. Ah, okay, here we go. Here's the boss.
Mumbo has gotten
his TNS texture. I can't believe I didn't notice this now. It's a resist the urge, presumably resisting the urge to check bosses.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Not so fast, buddy. In you go.
That feels like something that Kuiper would have on his.
He doesn't need to resist. He's just not going to do it.
The urge never touches him.
Yeah, it never even crosses his mind. I understand. Bosses kind of suck. You kind of gotta like look at the door and you look at the item. Can you believe that there was a time where like your item wasn't there in the boss door? This is like early item rando. It was just like, am I really doing this boss for garbage? That's the kind of situation where the boss doesn't get hinted. You never win. Like not even a little bit. Although that might have been before the hints got good too. Yeesh. Ancient history.
Alright, so one of them has to run back to Japes right now, though, and read the one hint we haven't read yet.
Is it in the hive tunnel or the starting area?
The feather cage. Hive. Feather area.
Or the peanut tunnel?
I have it written down as feather hint.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's the hive tunnel one, the one that's locked by feather.
I was slammed to 8 again. Got us mini...
It got us Mini Monkey.
You know what? Just give us a diving minigame here, and then I don't have to answer your question. Oh,
Welcome to bonus stage.
Oh, diving to the boss. Oh my god. It's diving to get bongos. Oh no.
This is a situation where sometimes forgetting about a path would save you time. Trying to piece that together too much would have murdered me.
Well, what's crazy is if you don't get this Gallion CB's hint, you would get Hunky Chunky and diving to figure out, and you're like,
Well, your barrels is also path to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You'd have to figure that one out. But I guess it's no, because barrels would have been answered by Hunky being a chunky.
And barrels gets you blast too, so you would have to like think about blast in that case. Oh man, that gets ugly real quick.
It's just don't think so hard and just go.
What hint were we talking about? Was a good bailout? We were talking about like tiny.
Castle Tiny Meadow was
Tiny
the
Meadow's a
biggest one
bailout?
to me.
I don't know, man. Getting that Gallion CB's hinted, that's a monster bailout because that gets real weird in a hurry. I guess.
Yeah, that would have been a really tough one. That's a big one too.
I think it's solvable. Like, I think you could pick out that it has to be specifically the Gallion boss, but that's really hard.
Yeah.
To tie together Gallion, or to tie together Hunky and Diving and Barrels, it, like, you've seen the TNS and Gallion is underwater. It kind of only fits there. There's nowhere else that works. Unless there's, like, is there, like, a Hunky Chunky lock and bonus barrel? Like, Aztec tunnels that are foolish? Never mind.
You could also get into the rabbit hole of it's for a bonus barrel to do the Hunky mini game.
Is that on hard minigames? I think that's a hard minigame.
Is it? I actually don't know.
Don't think
I always sleep in fear.
I don't think you can roll that game. Hard minigames are off.
So we can't be 2%ed?
I would
Nice.
check. Don't take my word on that. I have to check the code on that one. And I don't really want to look that up because it might blow the stream layout. Yeehaw. I cannot recall. Somebody might know. Any knowers?
I'm just gonna live in a blissful world where I can't get it. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Unlikely, I suppose, but I mean, for a monster of a seed, LittleKing's crushing it right now. An hour 33 rolling through Chunky K rule. We got.
You've been looking at his race rooms. He's been absolutely killing it on every room.
He's kind of fast. He's kind of fast. We got Tiny K roll to sit through, and then we end with a Donkey K roll. So, Monkey game does exist. It's not a hard mini game. Okay, so yeah, you could have lived in that disaster situation. That'd be pretty horrible. Barrels plus diving to get to a mythic.
I'm just thinking. I am glad I decided to offer to do comms on this one and not play this one.
Definitely a doozy, but I mean, these guys are top of the line runners, and we're getting there. Mumbo's on his way into Helm at 63. He'll be fine. He's got his key 3. He's got his.
I think he gained a little bit of time by not having to dump blueprints.
Right, but I think
not enough to catch up.
Dumping blueprints is so time efficient that it's usually not bad if you ever have to. It's usually just some of the fastest GPs you can do by chance.
Yeah, well, especially if you got like 4 blueprints, it's by far the fastest way you could collect 4.
Conversely, not picking up any blueprints means you wasted time picking them up, wherever they were, unless they fell on your head. You could have just skipped them entirely. In theory.
The thing I've noticed that LittleKing and Mumbo have different is Mumbo has vanilla golden banana looks, where LittleKing's using the new feature where you can have them all different colors. I'm big on Team Mumbo on that one. I find the change colors so hard for my mind to paint them. Like, they just don't register that they're a GB to me.
Yeah, that is weird. They're like, it's like the, you know what? He might. Okay, now that I look at his Kong coloring scheme in his bonus barrel, this looks very intentional. He's put his Kongs in high vis suits.
Oh, okay. I need you guys to add the feature where I can have all my Kongs wearing safety vests.
Safety vests.
And hard hats.
I might have to find the right color scheme. I mean, I think
they gotta be OSHA certified.
Yeah. I mean, Frantic Factory. Known violation hotspot.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah. They're talking about in chat here. We have to remember. LittleKing also crashed.
And that's like minus like a minute maybe?
Like, yeah, probably minute on the high end there.
And he still just crushes the rest of the scene, just locks in.
Yeah.
Oh, beast. He's gonna love watching his back and getting glazed. He's gonna love it.
I can just close down these hint sheets at this point.
Yep. You can see it. That's the best part. Is like, yep, look at the hints. Next seed. Next one. Careful for the road. Nobody is done in the race room. Is LittleKing gonna take home the weekly? This monster of a scene.
If he doesn't, this is going to be a photo finish.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Like his rabbit race.
This is a crash diff if he doesn't win at this point. Although, to be fair, if he crash, he was going to invest the time to like check the crusher room, which would. So, that would take some time.
Probably have slowed him down more.
Yeah, so the amount of time lost.
The crash was actually a blessing.
The amount of time lost in that crash does vary a little bit. It's not quite as clear cut as the time spent to run back. That's effectively all it was, almost entirely that. Holy smokes, he's done, and he takes first place! With a time of 1:37.05. Unbelievable.
Human.
GG.
I don't think Pike's having a good time based on his chat.
Yeah, he, yeah, I get it. I get it for sure.
This is a really complicated... I'm looking at this, my notepad here. Like, the way that these moves, like... Oh, I gotta have to close LittleKing's stream.
Yep, I did the same. You can't just be sliding in here like that, man. He ambushed us. He ambushed us and jumped into the voice. You gotta... I'm pulling you in. Like it's
the way that they're pathed to so many different things, but not connected perfectly, is wild.
Crazy seed. Hello.
Morning.
How you doing, Chief?
Morning.
That was quite the seed.
Yeah, definitely.
Pressure room tried to kill me, but I came back.
It sure did, but...
We were just talking about how it was actually a blessing and it saved you time because you wouldn't have wasted time in the crusher room.
Exactly.
True. I was not going back in there a second time.
Just kind of hope it's not there, and turns out it wasn't there. Yay.
You learn to respect the crusher room.
Yeah, I was mainly just going in there because it was a decently fast check. Maybe not so much in the future.
Did you get the castle hints that told you would have gotten them after the fact, because Mumbo didn't have key 4 and he went into castle and got 2 hints for key 4 that was grab and the key itself in prod. Did you find those later?
I found the castle. I think it was production to key 4. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a prod to key 4 and then a James Force Labs to key 4, which was grab.
Which it is a very helpful. Those are very helpful hints.
Right.
But I already had Coconut and Grab anyway, and Coconut was my only path to 4, and I really didn't want to grind to get into Castle, so I just went to Prod.
Mumbo, having more GBs at the time, dumped for it, and that made him take a second Castle trip because he didn't get the Castle Tiny Metal hint, which could have maybe saved him a trip if it panned out.
God, that Castle Tiny Metal hint saved me a lot of heartache. I was dreading looking for Peanut.
That was quite a save. When it wasn't the mausoleum, it was like, oh no. Uh-oh.
That was a huge bailout hint, that. Because that's just a complete Sphere 0 medal, too.
Very good hint.
Love to see it. Meanwhile, we're talking about LittleKing dropping first place. Mumbo is on the cusp of second place, working his way through Tiny K roll.
Which is also saying that LittleKing cooked everybody.
Kind of been cooking.
Yeah.
That's a good seed. And a really hard seed, too. Like, these are some monster hints you're getting.
Yeah, this seed was tricky, but I think it was pretty well hinted.
Yeah, I can't think of anything you're, like, really scared of not finding. I think sprint might be the scariest thing. But you have you have indirect direction towards sprint with the oranges. If you read into Linky's Metal or Force Linky Metal early, then you're like, you may end up there. And
Force Linky Metal, it with homing ammo, Red Slam, and Altree hinted, I feel like missing Force Linky Metal there would have been hard to do.
Yeah, there's just too much. Like, I think Grape was the big item that got hinted there, and it was like, yeah, you kind of have to do that. It didn't. It turned out that they were both Grape and Balloon were on the same pass, but you didn't know that until like an hour in. So.
Is knowing to actually go use oranges instead of just saying, "Oh, I have oranges." Good, ignore that.
Right.
That Gallion Sea Beast to 8 hint was very nice too.
That's another great one. I think it's solvable without it, but it's a lot harder.
Yeah, you just kind of have to guess which level has Doga 2 instead of specifically knowing that it's Gallion.
Well, you could in theory figure out that diving hadn't got you anything for key 8 yet,
That's also true.
and the TNS and Gallion was underwater this seed. But
Yeah, I was trying to think through how many got me to key 8, and then I realized it didn't. Diving us to 8 and Tiny separately.
we were so sure for a while that slam in R&D was not what was getting hinted there. We were like, there's no way. The slam got us oranges. This oranges is going to uncork this whole seed, and we're going to unravel the paths, and it's going to go. And then it turned out, no, it was actually just the slam.
Yeah, diving is just such a big item to only be path to 2 things.
Yeah. Certainly useful to get into our caves, but that's about it. Well, Mumbo, I think this is his last bonus barrel. 3, 2, 1, bang. I said bang. Bang! He clocks in second place with a 1:42.14. What a race. What a race. Jeez,
And like somehow you just do it, Lurok, and you just pick. These guys are gonna be first, second.
I have not done that in a while, so I don't know if I've ever done it actually. In a lobby of 38 people picking out 1 and 2.
Big
There you
race.
go. Sometimes you're lucky. So we'll go rope him in. What a seed. Seed. So many tricks and traps in the seed that you can fall into. I think the early there's all sorts of hello, you just rolled in here. Okay. I guess we're just gonna walk in uninvited and not get dragged in. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. No, it's fine.
They're disrespecting your authority.
Oh my god. It's not like I have one of your audios on stream or anything. That's fine. No,
Hey,
it's
I
fine.
did not choose to come in. Somebody moved me.
Yeah, you're not alone. You got away with one this time, bud. Hello.
What's up?
We're joined by Mumbo. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great seed.
That is a pretty insane win by LittleKing, hopelessly gapping everybody by just being the smartest player.
I even lost a minute to Crusher Room crash.
Yeah, Mumbo, you wanted to hear the bad news? Is he had a crash halfway through and.
Well,
It wasn't-
you want to hear the really bad news? I mean, have you revealed how the rest of this lobby's done so far?
Yeah, nobody else has done. So.
We are
Yeah.
first and second place, and I
Yeah.
lost by 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
LittleKing cooked
that's
you
pretty
guys.
bad. That is. That was a hard. I had no idea what was going on the whole time.
I
had
think-
absolutely.
So I
was
think
lost.
actually almost all of the time comes back if you find key 4 without going into castle. I think most of the time comes back.
Yeah, because it was key for the one I was missing sprint. Was I missing sprint when I went
missing
into castle?
Grab for sprint.
Right, I was
Grab.
missing
Or
grab.
grab for key 4. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't spend that much time in castle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't all the time. Obviously, I over-collected. I have like 10 blueprints that I didn't use. And I was really late to realizing that it was Gallion boss for Bongos because Hunky was path to 8. I just forgot that. I mean, I remembered it halfway through. I didn't do like 1 or 2 of the medals, but...
Yeah, that was
those were my biggest mistakes, but that was just a hard seed, man. That was rough.
that really was a tricky one. That Gallion boss right at the end. We're theorizing that without the Gallion boss hint, I think you could still pick it out of every check in the game, but it's really hard.
There was
It's a lot harder.
You're talking about Gallion colored bananas.
Yeah, without the
Yeah.
Gallion, without the Gallion CBs, hint to 8. I think you could still pick it
Yeah.
out because you have diving, hunky, and barrels into the key 8
Yeah.
unsolved.
And I
but
mean, you
that's
can go
tough.
get your Bongos micro hint too if you're that lost.
Mhm.
But it just so happened that like your pineapple and your barrels were in Gallion, so you're like, oh, I might as well just do this CBs to 8 while I'm there.
Yeah, to me, it felt like it was going to end at the cannon game, so I was like, okay, so how
Yeah.
does this pan out? And then it did, and I was like,
Exactly. That was so like that's why when I was in Japes, I was doing metals 1 potion. So I was doing all the metals because I was like, I'm here and I still have no pineapple or barrels, and I need them both. And then when I saw key 3 in the cage, it didn't register immediately. But when I was like halfway up to Cranky, I was like, how the heck can caverns be path to 3? And it's because of barrels. So barrels is in caverns on a different caverns check.
yeah, that barrels was on the path to too many things, or that cavern's hint had too many endpoints
Yeah.
for me to believe it was the cannon game
Exactly.
thing. I was like, I don't believe that. I think it's just
I mean, I
punch
thought
luck,
it
'cause
the
punch
whole
was so
scene.
early.
But then, yeah, exactly. Once you see key 3, that's when it all clicks. It all comes together.
Crazy stuff. It's so funny that out of all the Japes things, Chunky was the one that was probably the easiest to solve. It was just like, Coconut the Kongs, it's in Japes. All right, we got him. He's right there.
He's right there.
There were so many like total bailout hints that came at the perfect time.
Yes.
Like castle color bananas or castle tiny
Tiny metal.
That was big. Because like if I didn't see that, once I did all the lanky stuff in the underground, I'd have been gone. I'd have been done, dude.
Mausoleum.
I think if that hint doesn't come, this whole seed turns into another 2.5 hour nightmare.
Go find Peanuts.
And,
Yep. Good luck.
And then Aztec lobby. Once Charge Wath was resolved by Key 1, I was like, out of sight, out of mind. And that Aztec lobby hint was
Candy was so rude. Once Candy turned up way the horde, it was like, okay, so what do we need from Candy? We got Charge. Maybe it's not Charge. We got Strong Kong. Okay, maybe it's not Strong Kong. We got Rocket
Charge.
Barrel.
That's rough.
Rocket Barrel's looking pretty good. Nope. Charge.
The Aztec lobby Wath hint bailed me out really hard because I wrote the path hint for Pineapple as late lobbies instead of early lobbies.
Ooh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, wait, no, it's Aztec
Yeah,
lobbies.
as soon as you read that Japes lobbies to 8 DK, I immediately thought it was the Aztec lobby, just because it couldn't be Forest lobby at that point.
Yeah, I had that in my head as late lobbies, so that
I can tell you where that hint is. That hint was the lobby hint of Japes.
The lobby hint of Japes? I didn't see the Japes lobby hint. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Japes lobbies hint was Japes to Forest lobbies to 8 to DK.
Oh my god, how do I miss this?
We got a third place now. The podium is filled.
Excellent. Barry crushing it with a 147.
Yeah. Barry takes the bronze medal today.
There you go. Yeah, okay, so the reason... so now that I think about it, when you were going into Aztec for the first time, you had Charge, but you didn't have Diddy. That was the problem. You could have checked it. You could have, like, exit level, checked the lobby instantly, but I think that's a tough pull.
I never would have.
Oh, we have the answer. The one unread hint over in the Japes Hive was scouring R&D will give you 1 potion.
Oh, wow. Just for
there's your slam answer.
It's the slam.
Actually, that's a pretty good hint, too, because
really
like
funny.
I was highly doubting slam to diving.
Oh, we did not believe it. We did not believe it at all for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we spent this whole seat trying to figure out where the other
I was told as soon as Mini was where it was.
And then
once Mini turned up, I was pretty sure.
It had to be, yeah. There's no other option once Mini and Feather turn up. It's like, okay, well, I guess I have all my Tiny K roll moves, so there's nothing else in R&D.
I didn't trust Coconut being the main caves item for a minute, but it worked out. I was very tempted to go back for Beetle Race because I just didn't do it first trip.
I don't know, I think I trust any hint that points to Coconut.
Coconut will lead you to the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, with like
Unless it says Coconut's
Tiny
foolish, then I don't believe it.
Tiny finds Chunky and Japes. Coconut being on the path to Free Kongs is pretty likely.
Well, Coconut's on the path, and both Mini and Feather aren't.
Right.
Which really limits your options.
Right.
What a seed. My god.
When did you get Sprint? What was the differential on Sprint? Who had it first and by how much?
King had Sprint way before you did. Which I think helped a lot of his hints to kind of piece together these mega hints together.
You both went back to the Owl Tree once you got your Mini. It's just that he had Sprint at the time, so he also checked the BR at the same time. But then you realized, I think you chased down Sprint shortly after you did.
I was running out of options because I was getting to the point where it was like I was full clearing those levels, and it was like I either need Key 4 or I need to go to Castle, but the Castle B locker was so big that I was like, I've got to get an item before this.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, I just did my usual caves clear, and then since you spawn right next to cabins, I didn't even exit level, I just took the warps. I was originally going to take the just exit level to cabins, but
I didn't go back to cabins until I was already done in like forest and did all the other coconut checks and stuff.
You got Tiny in caves. I guess you could have done it like immediately, right? You got sacks pretty early.
Yeah, exactly.
If you'd gone to factory first, which I think you always would.
And I had oranges early. Oranges on the forest lanky metal.
Forest-
Wasn't
Force Lanky Metal was crying out that it was something good with the grape, where the grape or balloon hint early is like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the money. Show me the goods. What? What are you doing, oranges?
And it was just one of those like, oh, oranges. I guess I'm gonna forget about this for the rest of the seed.
I think that was, in hindsight, that was our first clue that the seed was going off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, minus that sprint. What else was rough? Like in terms of if you had all the hints from the beginning, was there anything bad?
I think the castle
Oranges.
double dip was bad. I think that was the other. The castle double dip was one time sync, and then.
Well, I mean, like, how well or not well hinted was the seed?
Oh,
I
pretty
feel
good.
like if you had all your hints up front, it was actually pretty well hinted.
Yeah, I can't think of anything particularly egregious that was unhinted.
Yeah.
I don't think anything was really unhinted.
The sooner you pick out that diving is to 8 tiny, the sooner you can realize that Sax still has to do a whole ton.
Uh-huh. Oh, and I guess diving to 8 is for Bongos as well.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I saw that too, and
Yeah.
it made sense with Gallion medals, but dang. Yeah, it was a banger of a seed. I enjoyed it.
Good one.
People are struggling, man. Holy cow.
Settings are hard.
It's tough stuff. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that are really difficult to pull together. I think the Gallion bosses, I think you guys made that look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, I'm glancing around at other people, and it looks like a lot of people are just checking bosses. I don't know if they've missed the Gallion hint.
The boss check makes sense if you have Hunky and Barrels hinted key 8 and don't know why. That fits really well. It's just the Gallion CB hint tells you exactly which one it is, but diving could also tell you if you're like a turbo genius. That's a really hard one to pull together, but
Yeah, I was not picking out Titan to 8 for that.
that's
Yeah, like I'm thinking if I'm in this scenario and I miss that Gallion CB to 8 hint, I'd just be checking bosses randomly. I'd do whatever levels I feel is the fastest.
At that point, I just go for the micro. DK's first 2.
Right. Exactly.
Key 1 is pretty annoying.
Oh yeah,
There's
I
a
guess
lot of-
you could just get the micro.
Key 1's pretty annoying. There's a lot of good bait at the Castle Underground. Until you get the Castle Underground hint, you're looking at your balloon grape sacks is like, what is going on here? Trombone. I guess they all combined into candy, but like, that's tough.
Starting to get a couple of finishes coming here.
There you go. The gang will piece it together and they're off to the races. But we here on the restream, we're just about done here.
GG's.
GG.
GG's.
We can wrap this one up. This will be a spicy one for the YouTube enjoyers.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
all the season 4 seeds that end up on Restream have been quite good.
Yeah, they're all insane. Bodes well, I suppose. Or yeah, it bodes well. I'm just gonna assume it bodes well and not think otherwise. Huzzah!
At the total expense of all the weekly or all the friendlies we do during the week.
The Blue Slam start, the Blue Slam weekly start is blessed.
I did not have a good time yesterday with the 2 I played yesterday.
I did not as
They've
well,
been
but
rough.
that's okay.
They have been rough.
The settings are.
Did you see that one last night, Mumbo, on what the first place time was?
Oh yeah, I did. I was fading in and out of consciousness.
Oh
no.
my god.
No, dear lord.
Fun stuff. Hope you all enjoyed this one. If you are one of those YouTube enjoyers, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You guys do that every time, right? Yep. Sounds good. Excellent. If you want to see more DK64Randomizer.com action, come on down to discord.dk64Randomizer.com and you'll catch the ongoings. You'll catch our schedule when we tend to give a little heads up on these come out as events in the Discord, when we're going to restream some of these. Weekly schedule stays the same. And if you want to see just like a million races because you people are firing like 3 races a day, keep an eye on the DK64 channel or the DK64 game category. You'll just see races like all the time. Pretty much from like noon on, there's just like always a race rolling. It's kind of ridiculous.
Sometime.
It's good stuff. It's great stuff. King, it's been a pleasure commentating.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here.
LittleKing, congrats on the win. Mumbo, congrats on second. Thanks for gaming.
Do I?
I've been LaRock on the mic for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Catch y'all on the next one. Morning.
Bye.